Oh my goodness, you guys can do better today. I am so super excited to see you all today again. My name is Patrice May and welcome to the Be Inspired Lifestyle Show. This is a format where we just get together and release our creativity. And so without further ado, we're going to get started just a little bit to unwind. How do you all feel today?
Great.
You feel wonderful. How many was excited about coming? Yeah. How many of you have great expectations for 2019? Okay, oh my goodness. You got to tell the universe, yes, I have great expectations. Alrighty, and so we're going to have a little fun today, and we're going to do something different. Now remember, the Be Inspired Lifestyle Show is all about getting you to unleash your creativity and do something that you're not used to doing or not maybe comfortable doing. So I'm going to ask you to get out of your comfort zone. Is that okay? I'll say okay. Just say okay. All right. Very good. So if you could please just stand up. And so while we have some other guests coming, we're going to allow them to come and get settled in. But I want you to just get a mental picture in your mind again. We did this the last time. Get a mental picture in your mind where you want to go in 2019, where you want to go. The last time we talked about what we want it to look like. Now I want you to get a mental picture in your mind on where you want to go. Now, when I say where you want to go, that means in travel, that means in enrolling in school, that means in starting a business. Where do you want to physically move and go? Do you have that mental picture in your mind? All right, do you have some fun people with you? I hope I'm with you. Am I with you? All right, so we're going to listen to a little bit of music. And I want you to move around just a little bit, and we're going to feel the vibrations, because you do know that energy is transferable, right? How many of you brought good energy today?
Yes.
I feel it. Very good. And it's transferable, and when you are in a good space, and you surround yourself with people that are like-minded or believe the same thing, that energy is contagious.
That's so true.
So we're getting ready to become contagious right now, and we're going to start moving our feet in just a little bit, and we're going to go on a trip. And I want you to get that mental picture in your mind on where you plan to go in 2019. Are we ready? All right. Get it together, ladies. We're going to start moving our feet. And then I want you to tell yourself you believe. I want you to tell yourself that you believe. Now, if you need to spread out a little bit, spread out. We're not trying to think about where you want to go. And then you tell God that you trust Him in where you plan to go in 2019. Tell Him you trust Him. You better tell Him. Yes. So whatever you see in your mind, you say, God, I believe you, and I trust you to take me there. You have to use your mouth and move around a little bit, because you don't want to stay stagnant. We're going somewhere different. The Be Inspired Lifestyle is a different experience, right? We're not sitting in one place, right? We're moving, right? This is just a symbol of what we're going to do in 2019. I need your feet moving, right? Now, are you walking to pick up your passport?
Yes, I am.
Are you headed to the bank? Very good. Are you headed to enroll in school? Are you headed downtown to fill out your business name?
Yes.
Are you headed to the gym?
Yes.
Bye-bye. You're in the way, people with negative ideas.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Family members that don't quite get it.
Bye-bye.
Boss.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I plan on firing you this year.
That's right.
So tell those things that are interested. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Because you have to get past the pain and the different struggles, sorrow, to get to where you want to go. One more time. So long. Bye-bye. Give yourself a hand. Very good. You guys are absolutely awesome. You may have a seat. And I know that I was looking for a spoken word artist that was under the age of 16 that could really come and share their gift with us to inspire or invoke something in us. So I have a young lady here. She's actually my sorority sister's niece. She's here. Her name is Jada Harrison. And we're going to watch her today, but we're also going to support her in her journey as she just takes this generation by force with the power of her words. Are we ready for Jada?
Yes.
Let's show her some love. Give her a hand. Alrighty, come in your own way.
Hi, I'm going to share a piece with you about 5 phrases that describe you. A quick reminder. 5 things I want to tell you. 1, you are beautiful. 2, you are strong. 3, you are intelligent. 4, you are loved. 5, you are enough. These are 5 things we aren't always often told. These are 5 sayings that are pushed to the corners of our minds and the bottoms of our hearts just to collect dust and grow old. These are 5 things that only some wish to hear. These are 5 sayings I've decided I needed to share. See, we often get caught up in our mistakes and flaws that we never take the time to look at the true beauty we possess at all. We are influenced by the status quo body goals and Instagram models. These things killing your self-esteem, call it homicidal. You are pretty to be a person, not pretty to be a color. So don't let people define you by your skin complexion when they won't use it to define others. Stepping up to the plate and admitting your mistakes make you stronger than you think. Better not to submerge under your problems and let yourself sink. Better to admit your wrongs and get help to get right. Not everything you can do on your own. Sometimes you need assistance and a different insight. Sometimes you need to tell yourself that it's okay to cry. Let your emotions flow and then later dry your eyes, and tears don't make you weak, they let you release. Help you put that whirling ocean inside you to a cease. A simple hug can give you some peace. My name isn't Beethoven, but this can be for Elise. But this doesn't just have to be for Elise. I know you're smart enough to know that this can be for you. Smart enough to know that in any situation there is a way to break through. You're born an incomplete puzzle, and through life you'll connect the fragments. But some pieces won't match, so you'll delete them out the balance. And some pieces will be the right fit, and then you'll call them perfect. And some pieces will be hard to find, but the search will be perfect. Sometimes you're a piece to someone else's puzzle. Perfect fit to the part that before you came used to cause some trouble. You are put in a situation for a certain reason. Nothing you can't handle as long as you keep breathing. You are more than enough, and you are always needed. The great energy you bring can never be depleted. The mindset you have is unique and intellectual. I put your thoughts on a paper and I call it a spectacle. A quick reminder on things about you. 1, you are beautiful. 2, you are strong. 3, you are intelligent. 4, you are loved. 5, you are enough. Thank you.
Here to do business, and today we're going to be a little bit serious about being intentional with our words. How many of you, by the show of hands, Speak something positive over your life every day. How many of you, if you be honest, could work on that just a little bit? Now, when you say you speak things over your life, is it a casual word of encouragement, or have you written out something that you say every single day looking for the results that you spoke out of your mouth? Yes. If you don't, I want to challenge you to go ahead and begin to write those things out. Because the power that you speak over yourself is actually what's going to begin to happen in your life. How many of you find yourself saying, I'm tired, I'm sick, yeah, tell the truth, I don't feel good, I don't have enough money? That's a very dangerous one.
Yes.
I'm single. And what you're doing subconsciously is you're framing your world by what you've spoken out of your mouth. I'm going to tell you a few things. I am like a research person. You may not know that, but I like to research information. And there's a famous Japanese scientist by the name of Dr. Emoto. Who knows him? If you don't, look him up. And what he did was he took 2 vials of water. Yes, very powerful experiment that he did years ago. One, he put water and rice in one, water and rice in the other. He labeled one, I love you, and labeled the other one, I hate you. Very powerful experiment. Over 30 days, he spoke what was on each container. I love you for 30 days here. I hate you for 30 days here. Now, I'm not going to tell you what happened quite yet. I'm going to share with you a little bit more scientific information. And that is, you do know the human body is made up of 65 to 75% water. That's right. We're going somewhere. Yes. And initially, when the scientists created this experiment, he wanted to know the effects that words had on children. Because children are about 75 to 85% water. And so he used water and rice to do this experiment. Over the 30 days, the rice that said, I love you, began to ferment and have a very pleasant aroma.
Interesting.
The water that said, I hate you, began to cloud and look like decay and mold. This is over 30 days. Now, if you know that we are consumed or we are water, and you're saying negative things to yourself, what do you think is happening on the inside? Spoiler alert. We begin to pronounce curses, sicknesses, and illnesses on our bodies, and we don't realize it just by what we've spoken out of our mouths. So today we're going to retract some of that behavior and begin to speak life over ourselves. Let me tell you, used to, let's see if I have it in my pocket. I used to have money. And does anybody have some singles?
I have one single.
Giving it back?
The single.
I will give it
We don't fell for this before.
Okay, that's fine.
He said, I need these.
Give me all you have, sir. I don't know who you are, but sir, just give me all you have.
Yeah.
So,
He's gonna get
I'm
that
going to
back.
talk to you about how you begin to frame your world. Now, remember, just because you do these certain things doesn't mean that it's going to happen. it puts you in the mind to begin to do those things that line up to what you're saying. So I had a young lady about Jada's age tell me when I was a little bit younger. She said, Miss May, every time you get a dollar bill, count it as 100. Yeah. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, and so on, right? I thought she was just being silly, right? So the next time I got some money, I counted it like this: 100, 200, 300, 400, and so on. A couple years after that, I did it all the time, just for fun. A couple years after that, I found myself having these contract employees, and I talked to you guys a little bit about it. And every time I had to go to the bank, I had to count big money. So those $100, the single dollar bills in my mind had now become these $100 bills. Now, no, it didn't happen just because I said it. I put things in place, start a business, go work on a contract. But at the end of the day, it manifested. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if you start counting your dollar bills, that's going to happen to you. But what it does do, it gives life. Come on now. Oh, it gives life to the money that you do have. And before you know it, you're going to come up with creative ideas and concepts on how to extend those funds. This portion of our program has been sponsored and powered by Mary Kay. Let's give Mary Kay a hand. We have a Mary Kay representative here. Her name is Tamika Donahue, and she's available in the VIP suite if you want to visit with her. But what she's decided to do is allow us to experience the satin lips. How many of you are familiar with the satin lips? Can I hear that again? Yes! How many of you want to experience the satin lips? Yes! But while we prepare to do that, this is what I like for us to take in our minds about what you can say out of your mouth, how it brings life, and how it can bring curses. Okay?